pastor convicted of fleecing his flock, ordered to pay victims hundreds of thousands of dollars in restitution. But more than a decade later, he's paid only a fraction of that, and one victim is crying foul.
Investigative reporter Paul Van Osdol here now with that story tonight. Paul.
Well, Michael Altman was convicted of conning dozens of people in his congregation into giving him thousands for a bogus investment scheme. He's long been out of jail and back to work, but he's paid just a tiny percentage of the restitution he owes. That alarms not only his victims, but a leading victim advocate who calls this a sure sign that we need restitution reform. When Carol Sweats visits her father Russell Hoag's grave, she cannot help but think about his pastor, Michael Altman. Late in his life, Hoag, a retired mill worker, turned over his entire life savings to Altman.
I think he was afraid of dying and not going to heaven. And I think he figured Mike could get him into heaven if he started donating to the church.
When her father's health declined, Carol wanted to get him into a nursing home, but they could not get any money from Altman.
Just the fact that somebody had a hold of my dad's money and my dad couldn't get his hands on it, which wasn't good.
A year after her father died, Altman was charged with running a massive fraud scheme. He later pleaded guilty to multiple charges and was ordered to pay $632,000 in restitution. That included $47,000 to Russell Hoag's estate, overseen by Carol.
I get a check about maybe once every 2-3 years, and I got one within the past year. It was for like $10 and change.
Court records show that in the 12 years since his conviction, Altman has paid just $2,100 in restitution. He still owes $629,000. So far this year, he's paid just $100. At that rate, it will take him 6,000 years to pay his victims. We found Altman working as a manager for a company that runs an airport parking service near Pittsburgh International. We caught up with him one day as he was leaving the bank. Paul Van Osdol from Channel 4, sir. Just wondering if you could tell me why you haven't been paying more in restitution?
That's all they told me to pay.
You only paid $100 this year. Why haven't you been paying more to your victims?
Because it's already been paid, thank you.
You still owe thousands to some of your victims, sir. Why aren't you paying more? So who decides how much restitution Altman has to pay every month? I asked the State Probation and Parole Board, which is overseeing Altman. They told me the amount is determined by a judge, but the court administrator in Allegheny County told me it's up to the Probation and Parole Board to tell the judge how much Altman or any other probationer should pay. I wanted to see what it said in Altman's case file at the courthouse, but the file is missing.
Oh, our system in Pennsylvania regarding restitution is broken.
After we contacted the state victim advocate, she was able to find out what went wrong with Altman's case.
The payment plan was calculated improperly. We did talk with Allegheny courts this morning. They were incredibly apologetic, and they are recalculating it as we speak, and so his payment will significantly increase.
Last year, a state task force found glaring problems with restitution in Pennsylvania. During a 3-year period, victims in Allegheny County and statewide were paid just 11% of what they were owed. I asked Allegheny County's district attorney about that. If the collection rate is only 11%, isn't there something more that can be done?
Well, you know, everything's relative. That oftentimes when somebody comes in and they're a thief typically, it's tough to find assets that you can encumber or you can take to satisfy their obligations to the victims.
In Altman's case, the DA's office seized a daycare associated with the church and used its revenue to pay some of the victims. But Carol Sweats got none of those monies. She's not concerned about money for herself, but she wishes other victims, especially her father, had gotten what they deserved.
Oh, my dad could have had a better situation with his last couple months. He could have been in a nursing home, somebody taking care of him around the clock. Just a better way to end his life than what he had.
And here's something crime victims need to be aware of. If they know the person who victimized them can afford to pay more restitution, they should ask for it. They can go ask probation or the DA's office to go to court on their behalf, or they can contact the state victim advocate. Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.